Okay, guys, we're back with round 2 here at Titan Games and Hobbies in Lutherville, Maryland, with the Star City Games Modern State Championships for Maryland. I'm Zach Gallegos.
And I'm Marc Aquino.
And we have 2 players lined up here with a deck that we are probably going to see a lot of today. You may have guessed, it's Jund. All right, 7 Basile on the left with Jund, and Aaron Coleman on the right with a Grixis Delver deck. We're going to get them going. So that'll be pretty interesting. I've never been crazy about Delver in Modern, not because it's like bad or anything. It just feels like you get I want to say it's less good, right, than when you can do things like Ponder and Brainstorm and set up your Delvers. Like the blind flipping of the Delver is kind of tough, and the tools you have, things like Serum Visions, are nice, but they're not
Ponder,
quite as great,
they're not
right?
Brainstorm.
They're not Brainstorm. They're not, yeah, absolutely. So, but some of the other things that this deck has going for it is it's running 3 young Pyromancers, 4 Snapcaster Mages. He's got a Gurmag Angler. So,
yeah.
I mean, he's definitely got the tools. It's essentially a port of a Grixis Delver list in Legacy to Modern. I mean, that creature base is almost the same.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool, I guess, when you can just kind of change out some of the things, He's running his Probes, his Fork Bolts, his Dispels. Looks like... What did Devin make out with? It's a Tranquil. It's not a ticket. What's he got there?
What a shiny land that we can't recognize.
Yeah. This glare is really killing us. Sorry, guys. There's a young Pyro. That's a problem. That thing gets out of hand fast. Oh, it's an Expedition. That's why.
Oh, boy. Fancy schmancy. That's a stomping ground.
Is it an Expedition stomping ground? It sure enough is. That's cool. And then we're getting probed here. That's the first Expedition on stream this weekend. So if you've got any kind of game going at home, take one. Oh, last night we got to see Gideon emblems for the first time on stream.
Oh, nice.
And something else happened that I forget that we were talking about a lot. If anybody's in the chat that remembers, but the Gideon emblem, we said all day we hadn't seen anybody Gideon emblem, and then... All right, Hangerback Walker. He's got 1 Hangerback Walker in this. No, so it wasn't a Cinderglade, it's an Expedition, man. How crazy is that? Hangerback Walker, 1 of, in Jund.
According to Zach, you should expect to see a lot of Jund. It makes up literally how much of the field?
This is actually no bull. This time it actually might be about half the field today.
Uh-huh.
The Tarmogoyf is the new Den Protector today. Yeah, it was a Manland. A Shambling Vents came in.
There we go.
Both of these happened in the finals, too. It was like all day we waited until the finals. Yeah, man. I mean, Jund's going to be winning, so just get used to it. We're just picking whoever's winning, getting them on there, trying to rotate some of the decks through a little bit for you. But our Jund mirror last time was the backup match, so we actually got to see this is our 4th deck in 2 rounds. We're seeing 4 different decks now. We saw Grixis Twin. This is a Grixis Delver list. We saw Amulet Bloom and 3 Jund decks. So we're trying to get the variation in there for you. And this is a Tassiger. Things not looking good for our Jund brother.
Whoa, turn 3.
Yeah, and a Lightning Bolt on the Hangerback Walker. That was a power turn. And that triggers the Elemental token. It looks like he missed his token trigger. No, he's
oh, wait.
Yeah, he missed his token trigger. That's unfortunate. He did on the Lightning Bolt. That's going to make a difference, I'm sure, but that was a really powerful turn. Could have been just slightly more powerful. Not sure what Jund does to get out of this right now. This list doesn't have anything that gets you out of this immediately. He would need to string together a very powerful sequence of turns. The problem here, too, is that this young Pyromancer makes Liliana really bad. I mean, he can draw Lily on it all he wants, and there goes a token. You know, it's just not good. Only one black source, so he's not worrying about that too much. Yeah, I'm really not a big fan of the Hangerback Walker myself, but it's, you know, it's making a splash in every format, so he's got to have a reason. I'm just not sure what it is. In a Colligan's Command format right now, you know, Colligan's Command is everywhere. It does just feel bad. You want to be the guy K commanding people. You don't want to be the guy like tapping out on turn 2 for a 1/1 that gets K commanded. You want to be doing things like playing your Tarmogoyf, playing your Bob, right? You want to, I don't know. I don't like. Yeah, see, there's the K command. That's nice. Just gonna have him discard and try to kill the Delver. That's interesting. Why would you kill the Delver? Why wouldn't you kill the young Pyromancer?
Do we see his hand?
No,
Do you see anything? Does he have his one of Maelstrom Pulse in there?
Pulse? Well, Pulse won't kill the...
It won't kill that, but it would take care of all the tokens.
Well, at this rate, Aaron... I mean, there should be 2, right? But, like, I don't know. That to me is showing more respect. Like, you have a flying blocker. You're not taking that 3 if you block with your token, and then you find something else to take it down with, right? And you have just any kind of thing. But now, here's a trigger. Let's see if he remembers. Yeah, there he goes. He remembers. It's really easy to miss those triggers. Like it is especially when you're doing things like playing a Tassiger, playing a Delver, you know, killing something with a lightning bolt. That was a powerful turn, and it got lost in the shuffle. He was just moving a little too quickly, but yeah. See, so I don't know. I think that was an interesting line. I would want to get this token generator off the board to make my Lilianas more effective, but
Tassiger, and was that the pulse?
That was a pulse on Tassiger. Yeah, see. It's just really, it feels bad, you know? So now he's got a token generator out there. A Liliana doesn't get him out of this.
Nope.
He doesn't have anything like main deck Golgari Charm. He does have an Engineered Explosives and a Damnation in the board, but those aren't going to help him now.
Maybe he's just hoping to stick a fatty.
Yeah, it is an important part of his deck, but I mean, you know... It's easy for us from this vantage point to be like, oh, he missed his trigger. That's, you know, what an awful play. But at the same time, here he is, you know, he's playing it. He's doing his thing. It's tough. Sometimes you miss him. The other thing is sometimes you put players on camera and they get nervous. So I don't know. I don't know what Aaron's experience on streams are, or is rather. And
you could be sleep deprived.
Who knows, man?
Hungover.
Any number of things.
All sorts of stuff happens.
Yeah, it's Sunday.
Like, I remember, like, I was in a 3-day tournament, and I'll tell you, I had to get up bright and early on the 3rd day, and I'd had a cumulative, 8 hours of sleep over 4 days, so I wasn't in the greatest of shape.
Yeah, he could have been up all night testing or something. We don't know, you know. Yeah, who knows? But it might be Aaron's first feature match, so. But
here we go. Here's what I'm saying. You just play some fatties, and who cares about 1/1s on the ground? You take care of the airborne threat that you can't kill with the Hangerback Walker token.
Sure.
You take care of that Tassiger with the pulse that he had in hand. You lay out your fatties, stabilize 7 life, and let's see what happens here.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I've seen too many young Pyromancers just get out of control.
Ooh,
you know. Well, hey, even Finkel, you know, forgot that his batteries weren't fully charged in his Razor today and only shaved half his face. Started Kibler Googling for anybody who could get him a Razor.
So we had a pretty critical play there. The Scavenging Ooze resolved.
Right.
And then he went for a Snapcaster, and, you know, with the green mana, it just ate the target.
Just ate the target, yeah.
And that's
brutal.
That's a little timing trick there for Aaron. He respond, put the Snapcaster in play.
Yeah.
Target the Lightning Bolt.
This Jund deck is beautiful. Look at all these foils.
Yeah.
This guy, man.
So shiny. Autographed Ooze. Goyf is fat.
Yeah, it's a big Goyf. Let's see. We've got
5/6.
Is that what you got? 5/6?
Yep.
Creature, land, instant, sorcery. Where are you getting the 5th?
Well, I am trusting that the information we're getting from the guy who's actually out there.
See that? Okay.
Is accurate, but it is Brian Sipe, so you know. Love you, Brian.
This is a 5/6. Okay. And the Jedi are in effect. I mean, be careful not to shrink the Tarmogoyf. So the Tarmogoyf just shrank. Gaining a lot of life, though, and that's always good. Especially when you're worried about an army of 1/1s swarming the table. Now he's going to get 2 triggers every time. That's pretty intense. That's never where you want to be. Like, one Gitaxian Probe becomes a problem, you know?
Yeah.
Like a big one. Swinging in. Hangerback Walker is the one. It's the artifact. That's why I forgot. It's an artifact creature.
You even made that exact comment about
about Shardless Agents
being an artifact creature.
Well, I just forgot we had one ever in the game. Will do. Thanks, man. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be here all day, so feel free to tune back in anytime you want. Coming in. Yep, just jumping. So, okay. Well, it looks like he's lucking out as Aaron Bricks. That's a lightning bolt, so that lightning bolt can't kill anything. It can make 2 tokens.
So we got a comment here about why the Raging Ravine isn't going in. I think it's because he wants to keep that green mana up in case he needs to do some instant speed eating of things.
Right, Snapcasters.
Save the ooze from Bolt.
Right. Well, the ooze is way out of Bolt range at this point.
Oh wait, shoot, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's 3 counters.
Yeah, but he could. I mean, there's a Colligan's command in there.
Yeah.
There's not a lot to get Snapcasted, but I think at this point, he definitely just wants to keep the mana up. The other thing is, it feels really bad to like get your land terminated, and he may honestly have just forgotten about it. It happens. So I've seen plenty of people forget to swing with their man lands. We saw it all day yesterday.
Yeah,
that's what we were commenting on.
People kind of forget that exists as a thing in Standard again.
Yeah, it is a very safe line too. That's correct. Like I think at this point, Devin has not fully taken over control of this game yet. 2 active Young Pyromancers against a blue deck with card draw. You definitely want to take safer lines, right? You don't want to get Snapcasted out of the game or, anything like that. So that and the Ravine does have Trample though, and that actually could be super relevant
against
like
tokens.
That actually might be more relevant than
There we go. Something that can
it can
gang up with some tokens, take down a Tarmogoyf.
It actually can't trade with the Tarmogoyf right now. We have instant sorcery, land, creature, artifact. It's still a 5/6 because Devin's graveyard is still good to go.
Angler's 5/5, right?
And Angler's a 5/5.
Yeah,
just a 5/6.
Gang up with tokens.
Oh, with the tokens?
That's what I said, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. This actually is a good time to maybe swing with both your creatures. I don't know what his hand looks like. He's got a Bob, a Thoughtseize, a Liliana. Yeah, swing with both. He can untap. He can play his Liliana. He's not able to play Bob, though. Oh,
whoa.
Not willing to trade yet. Okay, so what are we going to play? Is that a Huntmaster? Huntmaster would be really good here. Double Goyf.
Oh, what just happened?
Brutality.
This better be some pretty good...
Do you think he's been playing around like a main deck Damnation or something like that? He's been holding a lot of creatures.
He's been holding cards and not playing anything for a while.
He must be playing around a main deck Damnation, but now he's just saying, like, kill me.
Well, the thing is...
Damnation is good for him here, too, so he's got a Liliana and a Bob in hand,
exactly.
So if he damnates and he untaps and then... sure, let me just kill it. Yeah, he's a 5/6.
Yeah, so I think he was keeping some pretty careful count there, yeah?
Yeah, he didn't catch the artifact creature, and yep, he thought he did, but nope. He didn't realize artifact creature, again, the Hangerback Walker.
Yep.
That one of Hangerback Walker, maybe that's what it is you just feed
an
your
artifact
graveyard,
to
right?
feed your Tarmogoyf.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Now he just needs an enchantment creature from Theros block to get it done.
There you go.
Let's get these live totals updated, though. We're a little behind on that. Sorry, guys.
We were excited watching the game.
Yeah. Yep, Hangerback. Yep, we just talked about that, so yeah. Tarmogoyf math is the only math I'm good at. All right, yeah, that's gonna do it.
That seems correct.
Yeah, there you go. He needs a tribal card, too. He needs a tribal artifact creature, or enchantment creature. Okay, so let's talk sideboarding here. Devin has a Thrune. I have to assume that comes in. Thrun is really good against these black and black, blue, red,
Yeah.
the Grixis control decks here. Knight of Souls Betrayal definitely coming in against the tokens. Anger of the Gods. He's got 2 copies of Anger of the Gods that might come in. Engineered Explosives, I think, is definitely coming in. And maybe that's about it, right? Depends on how he wants to play that, right? He can go EE, Knight of Souls Betrayal. I'm not crazy about Hangerback Walker here. I wouldn't mind seeing him like take Hangerback Walker out and bring in a Thrun. Thrun is really good here. Hexproof, can't be countered, regenerate it. I mean, what do you do, right? Like, Thrun can kind of run away with this game if you can deal with the tokens, get the EE out, get the Knight of Souls Betrayal out. Thrun lives through your Anger of the Gods. So, I don't know. I like Thrun a lot here.
Seems pretty solid.
Okay, so Grixis, we've got 2 EE, 2 Dispel, 2 Spell Snare, 1 Surgical Extraction, 1 Bitter Blossom. I like Bitter Blossom. That's cool. A Hercules Recall. That's solid for the Affinity matchup.
Oh, yeah.
2 Molten Rain. Is it Static Caster? The Dismember. Dismember's coming in here. And Vampiric Link. EE on 2 is really good here, although it kills your own pyromancers and your snapcasters, but at the same time
you can play around that yourself, you know.
That's true.
You knock out a Goyf, Dark Confidant.
Yeah, EE on 3 is really good too if he can't deal with Liliana. But he has, he's got lightning bolts for that. He's got, it looks like it's lightning bolts, pretty much. Fork bolt. You say he's got Tarfire in the main? I don't see a Tarfire anywhere. Oh yeah, he does have
Devin
one
has
Tarfire.
He's also
Somebody knows somebody.
He's got a main deck Olivia too.
Hey, I love Olivia, and Olivia is sick in this matchup.
Yeah, I know
right.
what your second daughter's name's gonna be.
So, getting a shot of Devin here.
Yeah, when you have a son, you're gonna name him Dark Confidant and be like, "Oh, what? Okay, now it's off the charts."
I'm not gonna name him.
Well, you're not naming them Tarmogoyf. Yeah, you probably if your kids are Lily, Olivia, and Bob, I'm gonna have to cut you off from playing Magic.
Oh,
You just see this conversation with your wife. You're like, oh yeah, my uncle that was really my uncle Bob that I was really close to.
He was the kind of guy that pursued greatness at all costs. I think it's a great name. All right. So these guys have made their sideboarding decisions. Yeah, I definitely see, what do you think about the one-up surgical extraction here for
What are you going to
Aaron?
get?
Value. You can value out surgical. You could surgical out all the Tarmogoyfs, and you don't have a problem anymore. I mean, you don't run surgical extraction to like blow your opponent out. You run surgical extraction to like get a value 1 for 4, right? This is a deck that's all about value. Jund is a value grinding deck, right?
I suppose you could also do a surprise. I've shrunk your Tarmogoyf.
Yeah, that's true too. That's actually a huge blowout. That can be real bad. It screws up your Tarmogoyf math and everything. Yeah, absolutely. Now, with the presence of the Scavenging Oozes,
and you could
makes
probe.
it a little worse.
You could even probe.
Yeah, you probe, see what's in his hand, see what you can take.
See what's in the graveyard.
It triggers your Pyromancer for free. I don't know. I kind of like it. Do we have any dead cards here? Let me see. I'm not crazy about 2 Taskers, but he likes to see them, so... and they're good against the creatures that are here, so
the deck's pretty tight.
It is a tight list. Yeah, I don't know. I could see cutting a Thought Scour or 2, right?
Yeah, it's possible.
But, the Dismember, I have to imagine, came in. Spell Snares probably came in also.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Do you like the Mana Leaks? Keep the Mana Leaks?
I think
he's on the play.
I think on the play, Mana Leak is better.
Because if you're looking for cards to cut.
Yeah, I like Mana Leak here, but at the same time, Mana Leak is better longer than Spell Snare, right? Because as you get into the late game, Jund's tapping out for Olivia's, Jund's tapping out for, Raging Ravines and stuff like that, and so that 3 is good, but at the same time, Spell Snare, there are so many 2-drops.
Mm-hmm. Can you afford to have a Mana Leak in a situation where, that typical Jund is either going to be removing all your stuff or developing a board presence really quickly. Do you want to be in a situation where you're like, I'm going to hold 2 mana up?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at that point, though, if you're holding 2 mana up, you really want to have it terminate, right? So, and you're saying, like, chat's saying Kolaghan's Command may be the least valuable card in this matchup. I'm not so sure about that. I think maybe Dispel is, honestly. Like, Dispel can come out.
Yeah.
I mean, what's he going to play? To terminates this stuff? He's going to overwhelm you with it.
Yeah.
I mean, that one Dispel isn't doing anything. Kolaghan's Command brings back Pyromancers.
Dispel's too narrow. You want to be like, oh, look, I can't dispel that Tarmogoyf.
Yeah. Kolaghan's Command brings back the Pyromancers. So he's expending all this resource to kill Pyromancers, and then you're K-commanding him, having him dump a card, and then... Or killing one of his Bobs and bringing back your Delver, bringing back your... Snapcaster, which can trigger enters the battlefield, which can get your
weak in this matchup. That might come out.
Forkbolt is likely pretty weak, actually. Yeah, especially well, yes and no. It depends. Bobs, right? Oh yeah, no. I definitely think it's a super valuable card. Is what I think. I think maybe we're underestimating the value of bring the creature back from the graveyard in this deck. That's really why you run K command, right? You want to get that creature back. You want that Pyromancer back, that Delver back, that Snapcaster back. That's huge. Can you imagine you string together a Snapcaster with open mana, K command, bring your Snapcaster back, Snapcast, terminate or something, and then it's like I just destroyed your board state with one Kolaghan's Command. Like it can get.
All right, hold on. Let's take a quick look at this board. What do we got? Or
Bitter Blossom.
Hand.
Yeah, Bitter Blossom comes in.
It's
risky, right?
Snapcaster, Young Pyromancer, Bitter Blossom. What's
Molten Rain?
Molten Rain.
He brought Molten Rains in. Okay, Bitter Blossom's cool here only because
what are the 2 cards at the top?
There's a Tassiger and a Pyromancer. Yeah,
okay.
I think I take Bitter Blossom here. Yeah, because guess what? That's an enchantment in the yard for my Tarmogoyf.
Bing, bing, bang.
Bing, boom, bang. That and I really don't want to deal with it if I'm Devin, because Devin's not running any Golgari Charms.
Yep.
That's kind of unfortunate. I'm not sure about that.
I'm really surprised.
In
a world of Twin.
Yeah, in a world of Twin. Yeah, it's
in a
really,
world
really
of Pyromancers and Twins.
Yeah, yep. And not to mention Regenerate is huge. Yeah, Regenerate is so big.
Golgari Charm is
destroy
really
target
impressive.
enchantment can be really big, so Golgari Charm is one of my favorite utility cards of all time in Jund. Second favorite utility card of all time in Jund? Jund Charm. Highly underrated. Specifically by Curd Apes.
I like to make him a Viking and call him Eric the Red.
Don't compliment him. Don't. His head's big enough.
Yes.
All right. Resolve the Pyromancer. Let's see what we got here. Devin has a forest. Looks like he's going to play the forest. He's moved it up to the front of his hand.
I think he's trying to do some Tarmogoyf math and figure out how big his Tarmogoyf is. It's going to be a 2/3 sorcery enchantment.
No, it's a 3/2 land, sorcery enchantment. Or 3/4 rather.
Oh, it's right.
3/2. It's a 3/4.
3/4.
Yep.
Yep.
Tarmogoyf math is the only math I'm good at. And there it is.
There it is.
3/4 Tarmogoyf. Yeah, I imagine that some number of Lilianas came out in this matchup. She's just bad against Young Pyromancer. I hate to admit that card's ever bad, because it's like one of my favorite cards ever, but it's bad here.
Wow, Liliana is one of your favorite cards? That's like saying that you like to play Jund.
All time, ever. Never leave home without at least 2 copies. That's how superstitious I am.
It's just in his car.
No, every top 8 I've ever been in, I've had at least 2 copies of Liliana and the Veil in that deck.
Okay.
So I'm superstitious. Even if it's not right, like Paul Lynch and I have had conversations about the fact that I run a second Liliana in my Esper board in Legacy, and he's like, you really don't need this. And I was like, but I do. Because I'm super superstitious about it. Well, enjoy your 1/2. No, he left that. Yeah, it's still a 1/2. They're both sorceries.
Yep.
That's unfortunate.
Very nice. That was nice.
I think I take that trade every day of the week at that point.
Pyromancer for Tarmogoyf?
Yeah, especially if he's tapped out and you have a Terminate or something here. I'd love to see this. Fast land.
Terminate. Pulse.
Pulse? Anything, dude. Kill it. Kill it with fire. No? Okay. That's unfortunate.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We've been informed that the Tarmogoyf is dead. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you. Production value. Okay. Gonna get in. Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I'm still fatter than you, Tarmogoyf.
Yeah, so he's going to be able to start recurring things here with that Tassiger, and that's going to get kind of gross for Devin, I think.
Let's watch for this fourth land. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see a fourth land? So what's still in Aaron's hand that we know about? A second young Pyromancer.
He's got a second young Peasy. Molten Rain, right?
Right, it's right.
There's a land there. It's a fetch. I think he just wants to play young Pyro. Oh, it's a Snapcaster. Snapcast the Serum Visions. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure I like that. He doesn't need to do that here. He's got, he's in control of the board. He's got another young Pyromancer. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what he's looking for exactly, right?
Yeah, I think.
What do you need to look for there?
I think he kind of, unless he wants to he's trying to get something to deal with Tarmogoyf before it becomes too big.
Well, it's a ooze, but there's no, at that point, though, you kind of want the Snapcaster. He's got a Terminate, so you found the Terminate.
I can't see anything.
You've got a case of the Mies from yesterday.
Yeah.
You've got a case of the
green
Ojutai. You've got a case of the Ojutai's commands.
It costs 2. One of them's green.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about the line with the Snapcaster, but especially with another young Pyromancer in hand and their fourth land, you can represent any kind of thing with that up. Pulse.
There's the Pulse.
Yeah, and he's tapped out, so he knows he can get away with it. I mean, that's the difference too, right? The one fetch land here can represent Dispel. And that's about it in that case, right? So I think I take that bet if I'm pulsing. I take that. I'd wager that against you there.
I wouldn't keep Dispel in if I was there.
I wouldn't expect him to. Yeah.
Narrow counter magic when you're holding the wrong kind of counter magic and the things that are really going to start putting pressure on you are not stopped by it. Why? Why are you going to play it?
Yeah, it was a little eager, but now he's got.
There we go.
He's gonna do that with the mana down is smart. He can't peel out things from the graveyard, which is good.
Snapcaster getting in for some combat.
Yep. That's pretty good.
Wow.
Double Bolt gets it done. Spell Pierces against Jund? Yeah, nah. I tell you, I like Spell Pierce a lot more than I like Dispel. I do. I mean, what do you think? I mean, Liliana?
It does hit Planeswalkers.
Hits Planeswalkers, right?
It hits EE.
It hits, it hits EE. I don't know. I like it. I definitely like it more than it hits Knight of Souls Betrayal. If you're worried about that,
If you think they have that.
I definitely like Dispel or Spell Pierce more than Dispel. That's for sure.
It's more situational but less narrow.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it gives you you get more options, right? And at the very least, even if it doesn't counter, it can force your opponent to tap out to cast something, which can be just as important in this matchup, right? And any matchup, really. Yeah, I forgot that that's a card people play in this format. So I see so much of it in Legacy.
Abrupt Decay the token.
No?
Oh man.
He got rid of his only green source, so that's a big pain right there.
Tassiger number 2.
This is where Devin says, "Psych, I kept my Lilianas in and they're real good right now." Nope. Just gonna Thoughtseize you. See engineered explosives.
That's not a bad one to
No, that's a good one. So like we were saying, he
there's a
did bring it
Tassiger
in.
on
We were
board.
we were saying he might bring engineered explosives in. He did. So
All right. Well,
Yeah,
Tassiger
Tassiger
is
is gonna
in
run away with it.
recursion mode,
Yeah.
beatdown mode.
yeah, I'm not saying that Spell Pierce is something that should come in against Jund. I'm just saying I like it more than Dispel in this case.
I agree. On both. Oh man.
Here comes my Snapcaster. Get my Snapcaster back. Untap. Play this land. Snapcast my K command. It's not looking good. Just went down to 3. Yeah, it's looks like we're gonna head to game 3 here, guys. Yep. All right.
All right.
Cool. So some of the things we definitely saw, right? We saw Bitter Blossom come in. We saw Molten Rains come in. I like Molten Rain, and I didn't think about that when we talked about it the first time, but manlands are a real problem, I would assume, for this deck, especially things like Raging Ravine, where, like, if you've blown Terminates on other big
Right.
creatures, you're at a loss, right, for how you deal with that.
Well, and even even in a great fetchy format like we have right now, Jund in standard, one of the issues with Jund was like if you could just screw them out of one of their colors.
Well, he just
And
put that on
this is
display. Yeah.
Exactly what just happened there.
Yeah.
I do agree it could be a blank. You're right, but sometimes it can be pretty useful, and it does trigger Pyromancer.
It does trigger Pyromancer. I mean, yeah. Your worst case scenario, right, is like I didn't do this, get a token, and take out a land late in the game, and it may not be super relevant, but at least it's not a dead card either, right? Like maybe Dispel.
Yeah.
just as long as we're harping on Dispels.
It's not the right deck to bring Dispel in against, I think.
No, definitely not. So there's 19 minutes left in the round. I like these Grixis decks that I see, though, in Modern. I really think they have a lot of game. They've got a lot of really great tools, you know?
I like Tassiger. That card is just busted.
Yeah. But I'm just amazed at how powerful, like, black and red as colors are in this format, in Modern specifically, right? Like to sort of put blue even off to the side is impressive. Like, the power of Lightning Bolt is really what dictates that, right? So I know, like, the great debate in Legacy is always whether or not you're playing, you know, the third color is red or the third color is white kind of a thing, and a lot of times it comes down to, like, well, how powerful is Red Blast, Lightning Bolt, or versus, like, Swords. So when we talk about this, though, Swords doesn't exist, so it's like,
Yep.
do you play Path or do you play Lightning Bolt? And I think Lightning Bolt is just better, right?
It's just going to win.
Like, Path is good, but when you have to choose between, you know, I'm going to play Grixis instead of Esper because of Lightning Bolt, and Kolaghan's command is insane, you know, so I think it's just impressive that black and red are so powerful in a format when traditionally with Magic, you know, blue is really where you want to be.
I don't know about wanting to be in blue. Speaking as someone who is associated with playing Control sometimes and is wearing a jersey.
Sometimes. Who's sometimes associated with playing
Whoa,
Control.
hold on. I played me plenty aggro decks in my time.
Mhm.
Combo's my weak spot. Played Prosbloom, but other than that, I didn't really play much in the way of combo. Whoa, that is a soft die?
Yeah, they're soft.
Holy cow.
Yeah, soft like Jay.
With big numbers for him to
Big
read.
numbers so he can read them.
All right, we got 19 minutes left to finish up Game 3.
I really want to see a Thrune, man. I really think it's good here. It's really good against the Tassigers and the Gurmags too, right? Because you can regen it and it stone walls.
Yep.
It can't be. It's the hexproof, uncounterable is really gross too.
Yep.
Like, especially against these blue control decks. So. All right. So both these guys looking to be 2-0, you know, moving into round 3. We have 7 rounds today, 111 players. It's insane.
It's nice.
It's huge, man. It's a really big show. So that puts us almost at 200 players total
Yeah,
for
86 from
both
yesterday.
days. Yeah. So 3 players away from hitting, you know, a cumulative total of 200 players.
Devin's returning from yesterday.
Yeah, Devin is back from yesterday. We saw him on stream early in the day yesterday. I don't know where he finished out yesterday. And Aaron was not playing yesterday. So, all right, leads out with a Verdant. Dark Slick Shores into the old Delver.
Yep.
The old Delver of secrets. Let's see if we can get some turn 2 blind flip savagery.
I was just thinking that.
That's the dream, isn't it? All right, so grabbing that expedition.
Blinding the camera.
Yep. Bling bling. Bling bling moo. Yep. There we go. Fast land. And nope. No blind flip savagery for you, sir. I don't know, man.
I think Devin was badly abused by Delver in a past life as a child.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Let's be fair. If you've ever played a game of Legacy, you've been abused by Delver.
Yeah.
Everyone has a story.
If you played Standard at the wrong time, you were abused
that's
by
right.
Delver.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gross. Card's disgusting. What do you think about main phasing that Terminate? Like, what are you worried about? Maybe a spell snare there? Instead of like...
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a reasonable assumption that that's in his deck now.
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
I wouldn't risk it just to get a look
just to get a look at it, what he has. Yeah.
Potentially look at what the top card is.
Yeah, I guess you're right. My thing is, you could do it in his draw step, like, or in his upkeep still, after the trigger before he moves his draw, right?
But if he has the dispel in hand already, I mean.
Yeah. You're taking.
Not dispel, spell snare in hand.
The spell snare already, yeah. Well, or the dispel. Maybe.
Yeah, it's true. He could still have it in.
He could.
We did not do the actual sideboarding on the deck, so.
He could. Is that another expedition?
Good God.
2 expeditions, man. This guy Devin.
All right.
I approve. I love the Jund Bling. Let's do it. I like your dedication to the cause. To the guild. To the shard. To the clan.
And there comes the fall.
And goodbye, Black Source. And Thought Scour, you. I'll draw. Wow. If I'm Devin, I'm like, thanks. Oh, hey!
There it is, the extraction came in.
The value extraction. The value surgical extraction. What's he taking? Oh. What's he taking? He's taking a land or Fulminator Mage. Yep, it's Mage. I'm a lot happier about that than if he had taken a land if I'm Devin. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
If you take my Verdant Catacombs, I'm feeling really bad. That's how I look at that, right? Especially after you just saw me mill 2 lands.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what's in my hand. I don't know. I feel like, how bad is Fulminator Mage for him? I don't think it's that bad, right?
We don't know what the scenario is. We don't know what his
lands look like. Yeah, he does. He's
like he's behind. He's now behind on lands is rough. He was already on the draw.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Devin,
I kind of like taking Verdant Catacombs there though.
Well, it's like the other part that's good is he does get to see what Devin's sideboard plan is and what his hand is. His hand is pretty saucy.
Yeah, his hand is pretty saucy. I mean, he's gonna resolve. Is that a? Oh, it's a treetop. Is that a? What is that in his hand? What land is that?
I don't know I thought it was a. Did it look like a verdant?
That's what I'm like. Even that's been so disgusting, right? Like you take Verdant, you rip his hand from the land too, and then he can't. It takes his fetch. That's the primary fetch for Jund.
I don't know. I think that you're choosing between trying to disrupt somebody else's play at a point where he's potentially already going to just have 4 land to your 2 because he's Fulminator Maged, you know. And then if you Fulminator Mages again, if you're a little dead on land,
if you're
particularly vulnerable to that,
or he's only got a Steam Vents maybe. So that's a treetop village, promo treetop.
Oops, Aaron missed his Thought Scour draw, but then he drew, so it's been corrected.
Oh, okay.
Here's the Goyf.
Gotcha. Where's the Tarmogoyf?
Okay, we've got land, instant,
Yep.
sorcery.
And he's going to take 2 for that Watery Grave. Oh, the Tarmogoyf, we've got instant sorcery land, yeah. 3/4. And now we have dead Tarmogoyf.
Yes.
0/0. Getting in with the treetop beats, maybe. Cleared the way for Olivia Voldaren. I think I just play Olivia here, right? I mean, just
Yep.
yeah. Oh, a Thrune!
Oh, it hit the Thrune. Oh, nice call.
Hey!
There it is.
There it is.
And this is where it gets
real
Aaron.
bad.
If you're Aaron, that is absolutely
that's
the
like
last
the
thing
worst
you want to
thing you
see
wanted
in
to
play.
see. That Thrune is the worst right now.
Right now, you want to have magically enough mana to engineered explosives and activate it. So Black Lotus,
yeah, he doesn't have any edicts.
No, nope, he's got nothing.
He's got nothing for this Thrune, man. If as long as Devin keeps up mana to regenerate it, this Thrune is here to stay, guys. Snapcast. What's he gonna snapcast? Surgical. Tarmogoyf? Yep. Bye-bye, Tarmogoyf. See? Look at the value! Look at the value of take all your Tarmogoyfs, man. I'm telling you. Oh, that's a Liliana. He left them in. He left.
All right, okay.
He left. I think you leave 1 in. You leave 1 in. You don't want to take all 3 out, right? I do like Chandra Pyromaster here, though. If he had brought that in,
I was thinking about
the
that.
0 is really good in this matchup, right? You just like drawing cards,
Just
like
grind,
every
grind,
you're
grind.
just drawing a card every turn, basically. +1 kills things.
Yeah.
I actually really like Chandra. I hope he brought that in. Yeah, things are not looking good for Coleman right now.
Let's go with player 2. See what he's looking like. How's he handling this pressure? There's too much going on.
Yeah. So let's see here. Getting in with the Thrune. Sure. That Dismember, useless. Dismember not looking good right now. And Liliana. And let's just start rocking each other's hands. Bring in the Jedi. What is that, full art? Is that a... What full art is that? Do you recognize that?
I do not recognize it. What's the casting cost
It's
on
black.
it? Is that... Damnation? What is that?
Is it Damnation? Yeah, might be Damnation. Yeah, I mean he's got one on the board. Is that a full art Damnation?
Or even an altered Damnation.
Maybe. Yeah, it's a full art Damnation. Okay. Thrune, Liliana.
Hey, Liliana could target Devin and sack his own.
Yeah, he could misclick himself.
True.
Oh no, wait, it's not MTGO.
Oh no, yeah.
Oh no, wait. Oh no, wait, I can't F6 through my combat phase.
Wait, if Aaron has Word of Command, he can Word of Command Devin, control his turn, and make him use Liliana to...
Alright, we're good. That's a deep strat. That's a deep strategy.
Oh.
Leaves up regen too. Yeah.
And you can discard, and I'll just...
I got nothing. Wow. He's got to have a second Terminate then, right? Or Lightning Bolt. He's going to Bolt him. He kept Bolt and... Wow, I'm surprised he wouldn't ditch the Dismember there. Why would you... Bolt Lily? Okay.
Dismember.
You're going to take that damage?
Well...
Wait, what? He's taking 2. He could have kept the... That was really poorly sequenced on Aaron's part. I don't know why he didn't discard Dismember to Liliana, keep the Terminate up for the Olivia, not have to take the damage.
I think
He's at
it's
7,
his
by the
mana.
way.
It's his mana.
That's what I'm
available.
saying, is he had the mana to Terminate Bolt. He doesn't have the mana. He took 2 damage for Phyrexian mana there.
Okay, that is a little weird.
That was a poor sequence. That's a Treetop Village, and that's the match. Thrune takes it. All right. So, not sure what our time in the round is here, but we can figure that out in just a second. So, Devin, Basile, going to go 2-0. Jund moving on over... Oh, we never... Oh, I see what it did. Okay, interesting. Sorry, our overlay is weird here. Moving on over a very cool Grixis Delver list. I do like it. Just that Thrune, man.
Yeah, it's backbreaking.
Thrune is super,
No
super
sacrifice effect, and that's pretty much it.
good. Yeah, yep. So, okay, guys. So it looks like time in the round is winding down. Kind of a long match. Understandable. Those 2 decks like to grind, right? So we're going to go ahead and cut away, see if we can't get things set up for round 3, but we'll be right back. Thanks again for watching the Star City Games Maryland Modern State Championships here at Titan Games and Hobby in Lutherville, Maryland, and we will be right back. Thank you.